So, good morning everybody. Look, really appreciate the opportunity to talk to you today. I wanted to give you a little bit of context around the grain covering initiative. Before we start, so over the 18-19 season, we had approximately 10 million tons in our open bulkheads. So when you think about that, that is billions of dollars of grain being stored in these open bulkheads. And we as an organization are entrusted in making sure that we protect that and ultimately it makes its way to the market through Jay's customers. Now, as part of that process, Jody's team, the operations, they invest between $18 and $20 million every year between buying tarps to cover the grain, paying external contractors to actually cover the grain itself, and then maintaining those tarps. So, for me and my personal bank accounts, $18 to $20 million sounds like a lot. But against billions of dollars of grain, this is an area we need to make sure we get right. There's no kind of rash decisions we want to make. But that said, in a transformation environment, we can still make improvements. And over the last sort of 16 months or so, we have reduced costs by $2 million on a reoccurring annual basis. Now, obviously I'm from procurement, so we love a price negotiation. Certainly there's value in the price negotiation. But really what I want to talk to you today about is the trend towards more fact-based decision making. Now, that word, probably a year ago, or those words, I don't think we could have said with confidence because we didn't even know how many tarps we had a year ago. So today I can stand and say we've got approximately 8,000, but how do you really make decisions when you don't even know how many you have? So the journey for us has been around how do we collect better data, and with better data, make better decisions. And a simple example of how we've been able to apply that is in the maintenance of tarps area, where traditionally what we would have done between October and December, we would have not maintained our tarp assets. But this year, because we've got more information around how many we have, we've basically bought less tarps and maintained more. Now, it sounds pretty simple, okay, maintain more, buy less. When you write it on an initiative, it sounds pretty easy to do. But the reality is, to make that initiative come to light, there's actually been people who've been involved across, our external contractors on the tarping side, the guys who cover the grain, the people who produce the tarps, the people who maintain the tarps, our internal operations teams going out on site to actually work out which tarps are on which stacks, our IT team who helped develop with an external contractor a tool we could put this information into, and then Craig Gold and Simon from my team who've been really running it centrally. But after all of this effort of effectively collecting the data, storing the data, tracking and measuring that at site level, the fruits of that is the team saved over $1 million. So when you think about transformation, it sounds easy on a piece of paper. It was pretty complicated to actually execute in the end, but the value was there. And I think the key thing for me, with all the initiatives, is if we go after the value and we do these things in a logical manner and we work together, there is value on the table. And so we want to save an approximate slide shows us effectively we have saved 2 million to date. There's about another million which we're targeting now, another 2 million in the future. And Jody's going to unpack a little bit around what the next steps are.
Thanks, Chris. Basically to continue on and make sure that we look at everything across the tarping network and what we do, we need to make sure that we look at tarp inventory. So this is the next piece that we're going to take on the tarping journey and make sure that we can get that next $2 million or even more, because as we unpack this, you can absolutely see that you think that buying a tarp is actually, and then getting on a stack is really simple. But when we've actually spelled it out, there's actually 18 touch